Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the GodSquad SMP. Today I am going to be trying to finish up or start cutting down trees for our spawn build that we want to do. We want to make that hanging gardens over that direction. But first, before I start doing any of that stuff, assuming that's what I end up doing, knowing me, it might end up being something completely different, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what I made over here for the Fletcher shop. Because I finished up the dropper system so that it can actually push all the items up and he can utilize them without having to carry them up manually. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop down here. And we got this set up here, this thing. Let's get some skeletons to spawn here and I can show you. Don't need that, go away. Yeah, I'll keep it for now. Skeletons, spawn. Do it now. There we go. Maybe it should be a window. I'd like to be able to see these guys. Like right here. Like I usually do. Like I said, I didn't make this one, so whenever it was set up, I think it was set up just to function. And I always have a tendency to do it a little bit extra for no particular reason. You don't really need to, but I do it anyway because, First off, let's get some skeletons over here because I want to show you exactly how this works. It's not super complicated. I think anyone looking at it could figure it out pretty easily. So, first off, we get our skeletons here. Let a few more drop, and then I will mercilessly destroy them. Come on. Where are they? There you are. Oh, they take a long time to get over here. Well, either way, they did. Stuff drops in here. And everything gets filtered into that, right? And it goes back behind there. And it goes into this dropper. And I have a bunch of droppers that go straight up. And what I got here is this thing. So step on this, it turns off that torch there, and it starts to clock. And it just, you heard the clicking away. Oh, sorry. And once it's done, oh, it starts clicking a whole bunch, so that means it's empty. And then I step back off and it turns the clock off. So the clock actually is back here. It's incredibly simple. It's just 3 torches. So that torch lights this up so it locks it in place. And then whenever you step on it, this gets turned off, like basically like so. And it starts going. And since there's an odd number of torches, they constantly turn each other off. So once this one goes off, that turns on, which turns this one off, which turns that one on. And so I'll put that back there and stop it. But basically that's the simplest clock you can make with redstone and torches. You can do it other ways, but I figured that's simple enough. Plus, you need to make sure there's enough time for these torches and stuff to turn off in sequence. If you do it a little too fast, sometimes it doesn't work. So we went with the rudimentary option. No need to make it complicated when you can just do it like that. And like I have instructions here. Step on plate to move items up. And lots of clicking means the system is empty. So, really simple. Just boom. Did. And then we get the things. Once it stops filling in there, and then go. And they filter out. So obviously the more items are in here, the longer it takes. And you just stand on the pressure plate until it's all empty, and then you start hearing this. And then you should be able to just hop off, and it should do it all the way up. So long as it has turned off and on once or twice. Because it's actually in succession torches, just a torch tower all the way up. So you see there's nothing in these. So it's all gonna be up here. Once I can climb up this ladder. Where's that one? Right into that one. And they'll all end up here. And then he'll pull them out and put them into these various chests over here. What the? So holes and stuff. he's not quite done, but that's that. And then over here is going to be the office supplies, which I believe he has these, yeah, signs, paper, more paper, oh, books, book and quill. Yeah, so you can get that stuff there instead of having to deal with cutting down a million sugarcane and whatnot on your own. Then you can pick them up there. Know that someone else is planning to do the enchanted books and stuff separate from the enchanting shop that's going to be over there, the enchanting and lapis. A creeper blew up here. I don't think I'll have what I need to fix it. What do I have all this? Oh, I forgot I had a bunch of TNT. So what I did off camera is, or off recording probably is the better term for it, what I've been doing is exploring a lot. So I went south again, which is the same direction all the desert is, and guess what? I found more desert. Go figure. But while I was doing all that, I found a bunch of the temples there and gathered up whatever I could find, as much as I could. And I was picking up lots of saddles and horse armor and stuff. I don't have like a super whole lot of it, but I probably have the most, which I guess isn't saying too much considering most people probably haven't really run into those as much as I have, considering. So I have a whole bunch of saddles that I put somewhere. But I also found a jungle. So I picked up a bunch of feathered friends here. Actually, I should move my jukebox over there. And then we can watch them. Come on. Oh, I didn't want to push that again. Let's see. Where do I put this? Does it fit? Let me scoot over. Excuse me. Oh no. Alright, you go over there. Can I put it here? Yes, I can. Boom. They dance. I love it. Also gets quite a bit, well, not as loud for them anyway. But I got one, at least one of every single, actually I think I have at least two of every single color. So I got a whole bunch of birds. Actually I have 12 of them, so I got a few extras. I figured I'd get a bunch of them and bring them over. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I will find a way. Now, I currently can only have 3 shops in the planning. Wow, that, you can hear that way out here. I didn't realize it had that much range. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, you can only have 3 shops in planning for, what you call it, the spawn town thing. And I currently have 3 lined up. But I went ahead and took the horse armor and saddles because I have the most of those. And I think I can actually do something with them. Besides just hanging on to them, because what do I need a million saddles for? Nothing. So I need to make a saddle, or you know, sort of like a stable looking thing to sell saddles and whatnot. And probably, what's the other thing I have? That, I can't do the wood, but there is a nursery. I would like to do that. I don't have that on the list. I think I have 2 other things on the list, but whatever they are, they escape me at the moment. Either way, I'm going to be cutting down a bunch of trees because we definitely need to start clearing that out so we can start doing things. And initially, when I went exploring down south, I was intending to get a bunch of sand. Because we're probably going to make the... Oh, sorry. I intended to get a bunch of sand because we're probably going to make the hanging gardens out of sandstone because it looks more like what a lot of the depictions of the hanging gardens are. So that's it. We're going to need, obviously, lots of sand for the sandstone. So that was what I was planning to do at the beginning, but then I kind of got sidetracked from, ooh. Oh goodness, there's mobs everywhere. Alright, thank you. The dog actually helped me. Because the skeleton's running away from him. Okay. Yes, we're gonna need lots of sandstone. like a ridiculous amount of sandstone for this thing. So one way or another, or at some time or another, we're gonna have to get more of that. Oh no! I don't know if that actually blocked any damage, but it didn't seem to do anything to me, so I'll take it. Oh, I'm on fire. Maybe this was not a good idea to start during the night. Ow. Listen. Yeah, maybe I should just wait for the daytime. I think I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and head back, or get further away from this, and that way they're not hiding under the trees when I come back. And we will come back when the sun is out. Well, as you can see, it is midday now, so the sun's been up a bit, and I've been making a dent in this forest here. So I'm not entirely sure how big this thing is gonna be exactly, but I figured, if nothing else, I could start clearing out the main area so that we can have a space to kind of start prepping. You know, figure out, okay, the foundation's going here, you know, and mark it out and whatnot. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter too much if I cut down, like, too many trees, because these are all pretty standard looking trees, right? Oh no, we just grow some more trees. So, and we're going to be covering this thing, since it's hanging gardens, it's going to be covered in plant life and whatnot anyway, so it's not going to be like, oh man, look, it's a giant sandstone ziggurat. Nope. It's going to be, like, really nice looking. We're just going to have to put a lot of time and effort into it. I say, maybe not. But, you know, it's not going to look like, we'll grow some trees in there, but I think we'll probably try to make some custom looking trees and stuff too. By, you know, combining, well, just putting down some logs and then putting our own leaf combinations, designs together, I guess, you know, make your own custom tree, because these are easy to get. You just use shears and then basically stare at a leaf block and it explodes, and and you just get a bunch of them really quickly. So it's not like it'll be that hard to do. And given that someone's bound to be doing a tree farm somewhere, there will be no want for leaves one way or another. Just be a matter of if anyone's gonna go ahead and take the time to gather them. But it really shouldn't be that hard. Did I? Oh no, I didn't miss that. This is the one that blew up. I'd fix that, but at the same time, I'm not sure what we're gonna end up doing to the ground there. We might maybe leveling that out a little bit, maybe not, because the first tier, I don't know, I'm thinking the first tier probably is going to be, or each tier is probably going to be 4 or 5 blocks tall or something, maybe. I mean, depending on how big we want this thing, it could have a rather large footprint. Let me see if I can get a good vantage point somewhere. Can I get on top of this thing? I can. Ooh. So, if we went ahead and made this thing over here, I mean, we got a fair amount of space to work with, because we got all of this, and we probably want to have it at least fairly visible from the river. It'll be somewhat visible from the ocean, and it'll be really visible from my floating island over there, which I'm going to turn into something. Unfortunately, the potion shop has been taken, otherwise I'd make it like a floating wizard tower thing. But I'll figure out something to do with it. If you got any ideas of what I can do with it, go ahead and leave that in the comments below so I can, you know, mull over it and try to figure out exactly what I want to do. Because at the moment, I'm not sure. Just because I haven't really given a super whole lot of amount of thought right now. I've just been kind of doing a bunch of other stuff and exploring and gathering resources and random other stuff that I managed to find. I think I've probably explored, oh, I don't know. I've explored a lot of the map that we've been running around so far. Just because I've had the time to do it. Probably about half of that so far has been desert, which is not impressive, all things considered, since it's just a lot of sand. But I found it, so that's a thing. And it's been able to allow me to get saddles and whatnot, so I'm not going to complain about it. Next, though, I probably want to try to see if I can find... Let's see, is there any other biomes we need to find? We have not found a mycelium biome. The little, you know, mushroom islands and whatnot. We haven't found any of those yet. But I did just find the jungle. And we actually have found a mesa biome, but it's pretty far away. In fact, it's probably just as far away from spawn as the jungle is. If not, maybe a little bit further. And it's like way to the west. I haven't actually been to it, but Seth has told me that's where it is. So, and I went, actually, initially I went looking south to see if I could find another mesa biome. Because I figured, you know, it's an arid area, so maybe that's going to be down there. And instead I found a jungle, which is like the complete opposite, because it gets tons of rain. You know, jungles and all that stuff are supposed to get a lot of rain and whatnot, because they're like rainforests and things. But nope, I found that instead, which I'm fine with, because that's actually the first jungle, as far as I know, that we've located. So I was able to pick up some jungle saplings and a few cocoa beans and some of the logs, so I can actually grow that. However, I need to finish another shop before I can claim that as a shop as well. So I'm gonna have to figure out which of the 3 shops that I have marked down right now I'm gonna do. I'm trying to remember what I know I have the saddle shop. I guess I could do that one next. And they have something else too. I should probably light this up. Do I want to make it all nice and neat? I think I will. Oh, I haven't gotten that yet, or at least not since the latest update. Okay, well, oh no, I started it. I can't stop now. I'll light it up later. Right now, I'd rather not be standing out here, because sooner or later the mobs will start spawning, and then I'm gonna have creepers all over creation, like I had when I first started, or tried to start anyway. So I'm gonna head back to... Let's see, I'm gonna actually head back to my shop real quick, where it's safe. Or maybe someone else's shop? Actually, no, let's go back to my floating island real quick. And I will stop and take a look at the list of... Ow! Listen, bro. Bye. Oh! Run away! I will take a look at the list of shops I have and try to decide which one I am going to do next. And then maybe, just maybe, I can use some of the wood that I've gathered to start building that. But I gotta see, because there's 3 of them. I can only remember the horse armor saddle one. I'll have to think of a name for that. And then the other random ones. Chicken, what are you doing in here? Oh, wait a minute. This is a good idea. I completely forgot this was here. Brilliant! Alright. Let's see. Is there anything even in these? Okay, there's lots of stone and stuff. That's good. Black wool. Just random things. Nothing bad. It's pretty good. Okay. Let me look real quick and see what I find. Alright guys, so it turns out that I actually do have a slot open for another shop. Because I completely forgot that I forgot that to not count the redstone shop since I've already finished it. So I do have that one, and one of the shops that's available is the jungle shop for cocoa beans, and I currently am the only one with cocoa beans as far as I know. Someone else may have found one in a dungeon or something, but I don't think they have. I'm not even sure if they show up there anymore. But I'm going to go ahead and grow the 2 saplings that I went ahead and grabbed while I was out there, and try to get some more so I can get some of these jungle logs, because I'm going to need these in order to grow cocoa beans. And I'm going to try and make a nice looking shop. I'm not sure where I'm going to do it at the moment. What do you think? Where could I put this that it wouldn't look weird? Because I don't want to put it... I don't feel like it fits here. It might fit next to Blue's food thing, but at the same time, I feel like I might want to put it somewhere else because I already have that over there. I mean, it's kind of out by itself right now, but maybe like maybe over that way? I don't know. Or gosh, I'm not sure where to put it. I need to get some more saplings first though, so hopefully this thing drops at least a one. Otherwise I'll be down a sapling. Please drop one. These things don't exactly drop a lot. So if I have to go back and get another sapling, I would be really I really don't want to do that because it is not close by. It took a while to get there and it took a while to get back. Oh. Did that not drop one? Oh my goodness. Please? Could you drop one? That'd be great. If not, oh man. Because I didn't really grab a super whole lot of them. Because, well, they didn't drop very many. Maybe I should have tried to get at least 4 to make a giant one, but... Oh no. Rip. Well, I can still make the cocoa bean shop, technically. I do have a lot of jungle wood and cocoa beans, but I would like to be able to have some of those trees actually grow in there, or at least have it look like it's there. Man. Alright, well, this time, at the very least, I don't have a bazillion birds following me, so I don't have to stay on land whenever there's ocean or whatever. I can take that instead. But I think I'm gonna move my horse back to its... Well, actually no, I'll just put it with the... I'll put it in here for now. But I'm gonna go ahead, I guess I'm gonna have to make another trip to the jungle? Blarg. Certainly not what I wanted to do, but hey, it's a thing. So, I am gonna have to save that for another episode, I think. I'm getting a little long here, so... yeah, we'll be making a trip back to the jungle, so you weren't able to see it when I went out there the first time, you're gonna get to see it the second time. And we're probably gonna be cutting down a fair amount of trees and whatnot, but yeah, it'll be pretty good. At least, the very least, you can see it. I can show you where the parrots show up and stuff like that. And maybe grab some more cocoa beans, who knows. But either way, thank you so much for watching, guys, and God bless.